What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Peyton, and this is the first video in the series of how I'm building a $1 million a month coaching business. If you don't know who I am, let me share a little bit about me. Actually, we'll share the screen because this is going to be a bit of a video. So sit down, buckle up, grab popcorn, take notes. It's going to be good, right? So my name is Peyton Helm. I'm the owner of Ascend, which is the program in which I am building to $1 million a month. Also the owner of another program where I help online service businesses scale to multi-million-dollar years using ads and funnels and sales and pretty much all the same things that we as online coaches scale to, $1 million months, ideally, or 100K months, or so on and so forth. So if you don't believe that, I am who I am and I say, or I did what I say I did, you can see my results right here on Stripe. And this is just, year to date. We just finished out October. So $1.12 million so far this year. Probably on track to do like 1.2, maybe 1.3 if I really scale my existing program. Now, the only thing about this existing program, and I'm just refreshing so you can see like it's, not actually just a screenshot. And I didn't just, inspect element it. You can also view more about me here on Instagram at Peyton Helm. You can see that I own Ascend, and then I own the other program's called Full-Time Wedding Pro because it's in the wedding industry. And basically, you can see like what, growing this business has allowed me to do. Now, the other program, Full-Time Wedding Pro, I'll just refer to it as FTWP. I don't know why that's easier to say, but I guess it is. So pretty much, I grew that, and like my top month's like 150K, and I've been doing pretty much consistent 100K months around that for almost 2 years straight. And I definitely had the ability to scale it to $1 million months because the market's there and the offer is really good. We have a 98% client success rate. We worked with 500 clients over the last 5 years. The only problem with that program specifically is I've grown to hate the wedding industry. So I am shutting it down. It's not going to be shut down overnight. Like I'm still running it, still making me good money. And it's allowing me to pour more money into this current coaching program, which I'm building called Ascend. And this is for online coaches. So what I'm going to be breaking down in this video specifically is how I'm building Ascend to grow to $1 million months. You're going to see everything that I've done so far, and I've done quite a bit. You're going to see like the full breakdown and all that stuff. And then my content strategy, my ad strategy, the fulfillment strategy, the team strategy. You're pretty much going to see everything here that has gotten me to this point. Excuse me. So real quick though, why did I not scale Full-Time Wedding Pro to $1 million months? Number one, it's because I would have needed to have a large team. We're going high ticket. So that was a 6 to 10K service offer. It's a little bit cheaper now because we are testing a funnel right now that's direct to close with so VSL direct to checkout. So closing over to DMs instead of doing sales calls. And I'm doing that because I fired my team. Because again, I just decided like, hey, I don't really love the wedding industry anymore. I don't want to coach in the wedding industry. I feel really fulfilled coaching coaches. So I'm a coach who coaches coaches now. And I have a skill that, allowed me through a lot of honestly trial and error, investing in a lot of coaching programs over the years to scale a coaching business to, 150K months and so on. And I'm currently helping other, online coaches scale to the same way. So I'm going to break down a little bit in this video. The reason why you should watch this video instead of, me just like making this for, history is, number one, like, yes, to be clear, I am making this so that way I can look back on it and be like, wow, I've grown so much. This is super cool, documenting this whole process. But for you, like when I was starting my coaching business, back in 2021, I kind of wished that somebody had documented the entire process for me as well, like how to get started, how to get like your first clients, and then like scale from there. So that's kind of why I'm making this. So this video is specifically going to be for Ascend about the foundation, the ideal client and the goal, the mission and the goal, the structure of the program, the pricing of the program, the platform that I'm hosting the program on, the ads, the funnel, the content, and then the future. And then the next videos are going to be major updates that I make to the program from there. So this is going to be a little bit of a stacked video. So again, let's go ahead and dive in. So we're going to start with the ideal client. Right, so we're going to call this ICP, okay? perfect. That looks great. So if you watch the last video, which again, I only have like 4 videos on this channel, but if you watch the last video, I was screen recording on the Notes app on the iPad. Now I've got Miro and I can use my iPad to like, it's great. Okay. So anyway, ICP, right? This is going to be online coaches. I'm just going to refer to them as OC, making ideally 10K per month. Okay. Now, the reason why I settled on 10K a month, because a lot of coaches who coach coaches, they'll say like 5K a month. What you'll notice when you are running a coaching business is you'll have a certain threshold. So like 10K a month. Or it could be like, hey, if you're this person doing this, or like you have this business and you need to be making at least this, or you need to be at this level. You say that, but you're also going to attract people who are slightly below that. So when I was doing out, my work for trying to identify who I should help for the coaching industry, I was like, okay, I could help online coaches making 5K a month. But then if I said, hey, online coaches who are making 5K a month, people who are making 1 or 2 or 3K a month, they're going to be like, well, I'm almost there, so I'm going to go ahead and apply. And then they would get hit with an offer that they probably can't afford, right? So I say 10K a month, knowing in the back of my head, I'm probably going to get some coaches who are making 5K a month. And that's totally fine. I'm only really saying 10K a month for a few reasons. Okay. So 10K a month, number 1, so they can afford the offer. Number 2, they have to have case studies and a well-built program. Okay. So when I started Ascend, I decided that I'm not going to help people build a program from scratch. Because number 1, I don't want to work with beginners. Beginners are usually 1 foot in, 1 foot out. It's not great. Okay. So I wanted coaches who were established. So ideally making 10K a month, a little bit less. That's okay. Who have case studies, because you need case studies to advertise, and Ascend is all about how to advertise a coaching business. And then they have to have a well-built program. So that way, when they do advertise, it's actually going to freaking work, right? That's the goal. So that's my ideal client. Now the goal for them, I'm just going to write this out. Goal is to hit consistent 100K months. Now, I do have a mastermind. I started a mastermind in Ascend. We currently have 2 people in it, so it's very small. And it's designed to help them go past 100K months. So ideally go up to $1 million a month. Now, personally, I've not done $1 million a month. So I'm not going to say like, hey, I'm going to help you guys hit $1 million a month, because I don't believe in people who try to help people do things that they've not done, right? So I have actually helped service businesses scale all the way up to $400,000 a month. But as far as online coaches and as far as my personal business, highest I've hit's 150 on purpose, because I didn't want to build a huge team. So the mastermind is going to be less about me and more about education from everybody in the mastermind as we all scale to $1 million months. So that's going to be really, really cool. But anyway, the base program, I know how to hit 100K months. I've helped other coaches hit 100K months. So I know how to do it. And that's what that's for. Okay. So that's the goal of the program. Now let's dive in to my mission and my goal. Okay. So we're just going to write that down here. There's a little hair on my freaking thing, right? So mission for Ascend, and this is really, really important that you guys have a mission. So this kind of takes me back to like my corporate days where it's like, oh, the company has a mission statement. And it was so fucking like cringy every single time. I feel like this is really important for what we do though. So mission is to make online education for online coaches accessible to everyone. So I want to help hello, why are we not writing? There we go. Online, bro, what's going on? Technical difficulties. Online coach hit, bro, what is going on with Miro right now? Why it's not writing? I might have to pause this. Hit 100K months. Okay, well, you see what I'm trying to say, right? 100K months. That was terrible. I don't know why my pen's not writing. That's so weird. Okay, so anyway, I want to help every online coach hit 100K months, meaning I want to make education available to every online coach. The way to do that is to not hide your education behind a call funnel and a 10K price tag, okay? Now, my selfish goal, and this is why I say goal, right, instead of mission, is my pen dying? I don't know what is going on here. It's like not wanting to work right now. No, it's live. Okay, goal. I'm going to pause this. Give me like 2 seconds, guys. Okay, we're back. It's working now. I don't know what's going on. So my goal is to make $1 million months $1 million a month at highest profit that I possibly can. Okay, so that would be with a small team. That's my goal. All right. So this is the ICP, online coaches making 10K a month, case studies, well-built program, goal 100K a month or more. My mission to make every online coach hit 100K months, because I literally want to try to help as many people as possible. I want to disrupt the coaching industry. I want to make this stuff available to every online coach, no matter where they're at, ideally as long as they're well built and like they have a program, not just totally beginners, and help them scale. And I don't want to hide that behind a 10K price tag, because I don't believe you need to pay $10,000 to get good help to scale to 100K months. That is how I'm going to disrupt the coaching industry, because, by the way, this is not going to be my main income. I mean, when it hits $1 million months, it might be a big part of it, but I still have my other program. I'm day trading. That gives me a lot of money because I'm really good at it. This is not going to be, I'm not going to be one of those coaches that's like, hey, you guys are my income, so I need to charge a lot. I'm fine to break even on client acquisition here and then make money on the back end. That's totally okay with me, because I genuinely enjoy helping online coaches. Okay. Now I'm not going to pretend that I'm some sort of saint. I do want to make money from this, but it's not going to be my primary moneymaker. So I have the ability to charge less for it, unlike a lot of other coaches who this is their kind of main gig, right? So that is my goal. That's the ICP. Now we're going to dive into structure and price for a second. So I'm just going to erase all of this stuff, and we're going to move on to structure and price, because this is a really key factor on how I'm going to grow Ascend. Okay. So let's dive into structure and price. Now structure, I can actually show you over here on WAP. So it's going to be a very typical coaching program structure that you guys are familiar with. So you guys might have like, okay, you have a course, you've got community, and maybe you've got some sort of like fulfillment, right? So we have a course, and the way that I've laid out this course is essentially a step-by-step guide on how to scale to 100K months as a coach. So first, you need to get really freaking good, at branding. You need to, I call this disruption framework, right? So you want to go into an industry and be like, okay, what are these competitors doing good, and what are they doing bad? Then what are my ideal clients? What do they want? What do they really want? And what are they not getting from my other competitors, right? I'm going to make things different. I'm going to do something new. I'm going to do something different, and I'm going to carve my own blue ocean. Okay. Now what you can't see right here in the corner, because my face is $1 million ads. So obviously you need advertising. My entire program prior is literally built on paid advertising. I've helped, like I said, 500 services scale to multi-million-dollar years with paid ads. I know paid ads very well. I've run meta ads, Instagram and Facebook ads to grow my existing coaching program, and I'm using it to grow Ascend as well. I'm really freaking good at ads. I know what I'm talking about. So $1 million ads is in there. Then we also have $1 million funnels, because sales funnels are important. You need to know how to do a funnel right versus the wrong way. And then there's also all types of different funnels in here. So not just like not just call funnels, but like low ticket funnels, school group funnels, all kinds of different funnels, right? Instagram funnels, all that stuff, right? Then we have $1 million sales, which is actually taught by my one and only team member in Ascend. His name is Zach Collins. You can learn more about him actually on the YouTube channel. I made a video called How Zach Scaled 250K a month in his coaching business. Anyway, he teaches sales. He had a sales coaching business. He had helped like several hundred people become online closers, high ticket closers, and he knows sales like the back of his hand. He was actually doing sales for my existing program, Full-Time Wedding Pro, and he had a 90% close rate his first several months, and then it tapered off to 80%, and it's been there ever since. And he's incredible. He knows so much about sales, and that's what he teaches in $1 Million Sales. Now, we also do have a mastermind course, so it's going to be an advanced scaling course that I'm working on. So this is for the mastermind, obviously, which is like an upsell. We'll get into pricing here in a second, and I'll show you what this is. But basically, it's an advanced scaling course. I'm still working on it, and it's going to be taught not only by me, but also by other people in the mastermind. So that's going to be incredible. Then we have weekly coaching calls. So we have like ads, brand and offers with me, and then we have sales systems and teams with Zach. So those are Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm not showing you this to sell you. I'm showing you this to show you how this is structured, right? And then I'm not going to share this because I don't want to dox my people, but we have a group chat On WAP, we have a community. So it's like a forum, right? So just like school, if you guys are familiar with school, a mastermind chat, a wins channel, video testimonials, and I have a custom AI trained on everything in the program and on all my coaching calls. So it's called Peyton Bot. It answers questions just like myself. So the reason why I've structured this as a group program, if you're doing a lot of one-on-one calls right now with people, you're spending a lot of time and it's really hard to scale because you become the bottleneck. Then you can either decide, okay, I'm going to hire team members to do all these one-on-ones and you start giving out all your profit, or you can do what I'm doing and do group, right? So like I've been running group only in my other program, again, 500 members, and it's been incredibly easy. Like we have 2 calls a week. Those, same with this one, by the way, our calls are less than 10 people every single time because we're really good at building a good course and having good coaching calls. We know what we're doing. We can supply in a group setting, okay? And you can too, for the most part, depending on your program. But I've yet to see a program that can't benefit from a group coaching offer, okay? So this is the structure. Now, as far as pricing, I'm gonna go back to Miro and we're gonna break that down because I have a couple pricing tiers, okay? And this is also a benefit of going to WAP. And I'm gonna break down school versus WAP here in a second. But let's talk about price, right? So I'm starting super low ticket. Right now, I started at $97 a month. Or you could do $997 lifetime. Okay. Now you're probably like, oh my God, Peyton, what the hell? That's way too cheap for a coaching program. I agree. Even though I am trying to give this to every online coach as possible, I'm not going to keep it at $97 a month. In fact, I already changed the price from $97 a month, but I wanted to test it at $97 a month to get our first few people in, because my goal here is to test incrementally raising prices so I could still do, and I'm going to break down the funnel here, but I can still do a VSL direct to checkout, okay? Because we are not doing sales calls for Ascend. My entire goal with Ascend is to build $1 million a month coaching business without having a gigantic team. We were just chatting, me and Zach were just chatting about this other creator in the trading field, right? He's a coach in the trading field. And he does over $1 million a month. And he has, I believe it was a 23 or 24 person sales team, right? They do 250 calls a day. And he has a 24, 25 person sales team. That is so much revenue being given away when you can automate the sales process with low ticket. Now, I'm not saying that you guys should do this. I will say it is so much easier just to book calls and sell high ticket, especially if your goal is only 100K a month. But for me, getting to $1 million a month, I want to go low ticket to high ticket. So that's what we're doing. And I want to automate the entire thing. Will it work? It's worked before. It's a test. We'll see what happens, but this is my goal. Okay. So $997 a month or lifetime. And it doesn't matter if you do month to month or lifetime. Everybody who joins still gets access to everything in the program. So the weekly coaching calls, the course, the community, all that stuff. Right. But however, this price does not exist anymore. So I just raised it to $197 as a test plus $19.97 for life. Okay. Now, if you come and if you're watching this in the future and you join Ascend and it's less or more than this, sorry, I'm testing pricing. I'm not going to tell you, yes, this is going to be the price that it's going to be for the rest of the life. I have no clue. Honestly, what I do know is if you did join at $97 a month, and we had several people join at $97 a month, it's going to stay that way no matter what I raise the price to. So don't worry about that. But like this price is going to change. Like you never know. I might go to like a 3K down plus $297 a month. I have no clue. What I'm doing is I'm testing. I'm running paid ads. I'm making content. I'm trying to test what price is going to work best. I call this finding your golden price. Your golden price essentially is an equilibrium where you get to highest profit for lowest amount of clients, but that also includes ads, because you might think, oh, well, highest profit, lowest amount of clients, I'll just charge $1 million. Duh. But like if you're running ads, who's going to buy $1 million coaching program with no call? It makes no sense. So for me, what I'm doing is I'm testing the waters here and I'm trying to figure out, okay, how high can I charge? How limited can I make Ascend while still running a call funnel, or excuse me, a VSL to checkout funnel and not a call funnel, okay? And how high can I go where I'm still fulfilling my mission of making this available to every online coach while still making enough money to pay for my team and to pay for the ads and all that stuff? Okay. Because again, my goal not necessarily is a fuckload of profit for me. It's enough to have the team. Because when I get to $1 million a month, I'm going to need more than a team. I'm going to need more of a team than just me and Zach. Okay. Like that's obvious. So my goal here is incrementally testing pricing more and more and more. And then when I get to a price that's too high, my conversion rate drops and suddenly I'm making less profit. It goes down and then I hold it at that equilibrium until I make better ads that get me a higher profit and then I can raise more, or so on and so forth. I make a better offer, whatever, right? This is also not including if I do any special offers for fast cash, if I do any webinars, if I do anything like that, okay? So I'm testing right now. It is $197 a month or $19.97 lifetime, okay? Now what's really important here is we are doing optional calls, and I'll get down to that whenever we do the funnel. But basically that is for the base offer. And then for the mastermind, I'm still testing pricing here, but it's going to be over 10K. I know that, but like I'm still testing like 10K down, 15K, 3 payments of 5K, 5K, and then like $1,000 a month. Just still testing all that. Not exactly sure where I'm going to land in on that, but the mastermind essentially is just going to be extra support, more focused on scaling, and it's building really just a really tight knit, close team of people who want to scale to multi 6-figure months. Don't have to be $1 million a month, but multi 6-figure months. That's the pricing model that I am running through. Okay. Now, briefly, I want to touch on school versus WAP here, because this is going to be a big part of what I'm doing here and why I'm doing it. So let's just go ahead and erase these things. Come on, Apple Pencil. I'll get more like fluid with this, I promise. So let's talk about school versus WAP, because initially I had this hosted on school. Now I'm hosting it on WAP, and there's a reason why. Okay. So with school, I'm going to go pros first. So pro, people know what it is. So recognition, because Hormozi, co-owner of school, he's very popular. Like obviously, like everybody knows who Hormozi is. I've been to Hormozi's workshops. I've worked with the acquisition team. I'm in his little scale advisory thing, working with their team. Hormozi's fantastic. I love school, by the way. I love how school was easy to use, easy and simple. Clean, right? It looks fantastic. It works great, so on and so forth. So those are the pros. Now the cons are it lacks, I'm just gonna say lacks custom. It lacks customizability. And it's not very flexible with all the options that you want to do. Basically, the thing that killed it for me is with WAP, you can have a dedicated like checkout link, and you can run a funnel to it, but you don't have to host your program on WAP. So originally what I was going to do is use WAP for checkout because it has way more options, and then host the program on school. But then I got into the whole WAP ecosystem, and I like how you can create everything in WAP. So for example, WAP pros, right? Price custom. I'm just gonna say price custom, customizability, Jesus Christ. So like with school, for example, you could do monthly or annual, or you could do like one-time payment, and like that's it. It's just pay through school. You're good. Now, school also does not charge any processing fees, which is crazy. But pretty much that's the only thing you do with school. With WAP, you could do literally anything you want, and you can offer financing. You could do like, one payment. You could do, by the way, you could do multiple products on one WAP. And if you host your program on WAP, each product can unlock different little sections. So like if I wanted to just sell the course only, I could literally do so through the same checkout page on WAP. And if they buy the course only, when they get it, they only get access to this, but they don't get access to the community, or they don't get access to the coaching calls. Like you can literally customize it any way you want. You could do a down payment plus monthly. You could do a payment plan. So you could say, I'm going to charge you 5 payments of $1,000. You can do all of that within WAP. You don't need Stripe. It's not built through Stripe. They don't hold payments. Fantastic. You can offer Split It, which is WAP's internal financing thing. I don't love it, but you can offer Klarna. You can offer Affirm. You can offer Afterpay, all that stuff, right? People can pay through like bank transfer. The processing fees are cheaper than Stripe. Essentially, it gives you all the flexibility and more that Stripe offers, but it's way cheaper. I think it's like 2 or 3% cheaper. Something, don't quote me. It's like maybe 1 or 2%, way cheaper. And it's fantastic. I love it. Okay. Also, pretty much just customizability. Customizability is just off the charts with WAP. I love it. You can do like group chats like I've got here. Like this is literally essentially a replacement for Slack because it's a group chat, Winch channel, regular general channel, just like School has. It doesn't have unlockables, at least I don't think. At least I've not dove into it. But also like WAP has a whole app store. So all of these things you can add in like files, Discord, the AI chat thing, forums. You can have an onboarding section, Telegram, custom GPT that you can train. Let's see, you can do giveaways. And by the way, this is not like me trying to sell you on WAP because I don't get any kickback if you join, unless you join like through an affiliate link, which I don't have. But like you can literally do anything. Like there's so many apps and they're always making more. So I like WAP. I'm very bullish on WAP. I think it's fantastic. So that's why I'm running it on WAP. Now, I think I've kind of beat that to death. So I'm going to go into the funnel now because a lot of you guys are going to like learning about the funnel and how we're doing things. So the funnel and then the ad strategy and the content strategy all kind of go in one. So we're going to chat a lot about the funnel here and like all of the client acquisition side of things. So let's break down the funnel. First and foremost, I have a VSL on my main page, and I can actually show you this. It's literally just at peytonhelm.com. So I made this website through Showit, by the way. It's a website builder and really, really simple homepage, but all of the join links go to my VSL. So I've just got one VSL, right? Basically, it's just a YouTube video, and then it goes straight to join Ascend, okay? And then this is me, who I am, binge the YouTube, whatever else, yada, 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 right? So you can use like a regular website. You could use a software like Perspective. Perspective has been popping off recently, okay? So VSL, and then it goes straight to a sales video. Okay, so that's what SV means. Okay, now the sales video breaks down the entire Ascend program, kind of like I'm doing right here. Pricing, all that stuff, right? Everything that's included step by step, all the things that you need, and all that, right? And then it just literally has a checkout page. So I'm just gonna use the $, right? So checkout page. Go to the checkout page, they join, and then they get immediate access to the program. And that's it. Now, we can do a optional call. And then that goes back to the program, which literally would just go back up here. So I'm just going to draw that back up that way. Okay. So we can do an optional sales call back up to the program. Sales call is 15 minutes. You'll chat with Zach, so on and so forth, right? Super easy to understand. And this is the entire funnel. Now, as far as ads go, what we're doing is I'm testing different campaigns here. And I'm trying to figure out what's going to work the best. Okay. So I started off running ads straight to the VSL. And that was doing okay. It wasn't really getting many conversions. So then I launched another campaign more focused on retargeting, going back to the sales video. That campaign got several sales at a really nice profit margin. That one was actually profitable. It wasn't profitable on the VSL side, but it was profitable on the sales video side. So I was like, okay, cool. And that was at the $97 a month offer. So I was like, sweet. Ads going back to the sales video in combination of ads sending to the VSL seems to work pretty well. What I have not tried that I am going to try soon are DM ads and follower ads going to Instagram. And by the way, all the stuff I teach in Ascend in $1 Million ads. Okay. So we're testing all of it, try to figure out what's going to work best, but we're also testing messaging. Okay. So I have several ads with several different, you can call them hooks, but really it's several different angles. So it could be something like, how I scaled my coaching business to, 100K a month, right? Cool. Then on top of that, I have like how I scaled to 100K a month with ads. Then another ad is like how I scaled to 100K a month with a, simple funnel, right? Then another one on top of that could be like how I scaled to, what the heck? Why are we not writing again? This is where Miro gets annoying. Go back here. Okay. $1 million a year. So instead of 100K a month, it's $1 million a year. Oh yeah. I don't know what's going on here with this thing. So we got to try to figure that out. Is the screen just not working? Okay. Let's try this. Sorry guys. This is like low budget, I'm not editing this. So $1 million a year. Then it's the same thing. $1 million a year with ads, $1 million a year with funnels or with a funnel. Okay. Then it's like, okay, now we've got that. Let's go testimonials. How blank scaled to blank. Oh, I just realized that's not showing. How blank scaled to blank, how this person scaled to this much with this thing, ads, funnel, branding, whatever you want to call it, right? So how this person got end result with this unique mechanism, that's what we're advertising. We're also advertising, let's go back here, me, right? So my lifestyle, pictures of me, stuff like that. Then we also have direct ads. And those are literally like, this is an ad for a coaching program. Go to this page and join. Literally just like super direct stuff like that. So I'm testing all of this stuff right now to try and find out what messaging is working. And what's really, really cool is I'm testing this by doing image ads first. I have no video ads right now. So image ads first, specifically just to find what angles are going to perform best. Then I'm going to move to video ads. And I'm at the stage now where I'm ready to launch video ads. I just need to film them and we're good. Now, what I'm not going to do is do the whole 3 main videos, and then I'm going to do 50 hooks for each video. With the new meta update, with the Andromeda update, it doesn't really favor that anymore. If you want more information, go watch my meta ads for online coaches video. But now that I know what angles are working and I've gotten purchases on several angles, I'm going to make video ads about those ad angles. Okay. So that's going to be crucial. And when we do that, reach is just going to skyrocket and it's going to be really, really cool. Okay. Now you're probably wondering, okay, Peyton, you got the ad thing down. Now let's talk about content. Okay. So content cadence is going to be crucial for YouTube. And by the way, the reason why I came up with this content cadence, this content strategy, is because I have the benefit of being my own ideal client. So I know what content I vibe with, what mediums of content, depending on the platform that I vibe with. So I know what to make. If you are your own ideal client, then you can go introspective and be like, okay, what kind of client or what kind of content do I watch on what platform? And in that content, what is the style of that content that I really vibe with? Okay. And then you can make that content for that type of person. If you're not your own ideal client, then you need to do a lot of research on what your ideal clients like to do. So for YouTube, I'm going to be aiming for 2 to 3 times a week. And they are going to be videos that are unscripted, not cut, no fancy edits, long form, because that's what I watch. And I've noticed that's what a lot of other online coaches watch as well. Long form videos that aren't cut. They're real. They're raw. They're not super fucking hypey edited, because we're not trying to make 10K a month right now and going after the mass market brain rotted idiots. We are going for 100K a month or more, or $1 million a month or more in my case. And we want to watch long form content that's easy to digest. And it's, we read books, right? We don't scroll on TikTok for brain rot unless, hey, I do sometimes too. Okay. So that's YouTube, long form. Now for the wedding industry, I also took the YouTube content and I made it into a podcast. You can do that. And it worked great. I'm not going to do that for this business. I'm just going to go YouTube focused. Okay. Now let's talk about Instagram, IG. What I realized for me on Instagram is I don't consume educational content on Instagram. Every time there's something educational, I scroll. Now, other people are different. You might like educational content on Instagram. I don't like it. I like funny content, lifestyle content. I like cars. I like music because I play drums. I like racing stuff because I'm into racing. I like photography stuff. I like lifestyle stuff. Okay. So I'm going to be making, I don't exactly yet. Ideally once a day. So I'm just going to put daily life content. No educational content. Now, what I probably will do is make a pinned post or something explaining a little bit about what we do, put some stuff in stories, all that stuff. Cause I think story sequences are pretty cool, where you start with I was here and then I did this and it transformed my life. But even then that's a story. It's not educational content. It's not me going on Instagram and being here's how to, scale to 100K months in your coaching business. I'm not going to make that on Instagram. I'm going to make lifestyle content. So I'm going to do these things. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to funnel all of this back up to the funnel. Okay. So in my funnel, I'm going to put YouTube videos, and you can already see, I already do this. Wait, where's my funnel? There it is, right? I already do this. When people submit emails, and I'm still trying to figure out where I'm going to track emails. We'll get there. They're going to get YouTube videos. They're going to get breakout videos. They're going to get video FAQ. They're going to get really valuable content from me to stay for them to stay in my ecosystem. We're also going to do omnipresent retargeting ads. So this is going to force feed them content on platforms, on Meta, on Facebook and Instagram. Okay. And this is how we are going to grow to $1 million a month. Now, yes, I will need a team. Right now, it's just me and Zach, but I'm going to automate the client acquisition side, and I'm going to build the team on the back end to make sure we can serve these clients. That's what we're going to do in the future, but this is how right now I am scaling this coaching program. So hopefully this is valuable to you guys. If it wasn't, sorry. But if it was, let me know. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. And if you want to join Ascend and help me disrupt the coaching industry and scale your coaching business to 100K months and beyond, feel free to join. You saw the current price in this video. Price is probably different by the time you're watching this. But this is how I'm going to do it, and hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one.